Alright, hey, my name's Chad. This is my video series on guitar looping. Today we're going to talk about a song by a band called Of Monster Men, Little Tots. Great song, people seem to like it a lot. It's got some really cool moods in it actually. So the looping comes in, there's this great little line. So what's being played over that is actually the intro part, which is now I'm pretty sure on the recordings right away that the rhythm part and that little lead part happen at the same time. So obviously because I'm looping, I can't have that. I don't have the loop yet. So the way I just got around it really simply was just to play the loop part first, twice. Make sure I got the loop, and then play back the loop with the solo. Now, as far as the song goes, it's pretty simple, it's chords, you know. The looping is a little challenging because it comes in after, or I'm sorry, the lead part comes in just before the one. So, in other words, what I'm talking about is that, well, this part is on the one. This part is just before the one, the four end, I guess. Right? So what you have to do is play this note, and then when you play this note, play your loop at the same time. And then of course throughout the whole song, you will be starting and stopping that loop quite a few times actually. So I'm just going to actually just bang through it. So like I said, and then of course the most important thing I found, even on this song, that I kept making a mistake on was that I would kind of start it slower. But then I found as the song goes on, I was getting way faster. That's a little fast, but my point was if I started the recording of the loop at this tempo, that quiet, well, later on in the song when I'm getting into it, well, all of a sudden I press that loop and it's like way slower and way mellower. So I came to the realization that, you know what, I have to start the song at a good speed with a good volume on the guitar too, or it's just not going to work later on in the song. So before I start the song in my head, I think of later on in the song, like where everybody's getting into it. That to me, this song really grows in passion as it goes. So I want to try to hit that passion mark. I want to try to capture that passion mark I'm going to have in the middle of the song and use that at the beginning of the song. So this song especially, I always focus just for a second, just make sure I got the tempo I want, and yeah, let's go for it. All right, here we go. So for me it's like, so 1, 2. So that's the first part. But as I recorded that, actually, I made a little mistake. Listen to the playback. So the first note's a little quiet, but when I started, it's a little quiet. You'll hear it when it loops. It seems like it disappears for a second. You know what? If that's not the end of the world, I would like a cleaner loop than that. But you know, it didn't happen. I could totally work with that loop. You'll hear. I mean, unless you're really, really, really paying attention, you're not going to notice that. It's no big deal. It was not like it was. The more of an issue was if I forgot to tell you actually, if I did finish that 4 on that last chord and just started it early because I wanted to hit like this note No, when you're looping, you have to go to the complete 4 and stop it on the exact 1, or it skips. That's really important to realize. So like at the end of that phrase, it's right? Even though that solo part starts just before the 1, your loop has to be until the 1. So the first time you do the loop, you're going to miss that first note of the solo. I'm not sure if that makes sense or not. Let's try it again. I'm going to do it again. So, 2. So did you hear I started with, instead of, I started right here. That's all I could do because I had to capture that last half a beat on that A chord. If I didn't do that, I just started right where the solo should start, I would totally skip that loop every time. And I need that loop to be solid throughout the whole song. Okay, so let's move on. As the song's going on, I play maybe a bit different, it doesn't matter. It's, you know, I like having lots of space there. Because you know you actually I kind of build it a little bit where I might stopped, and then I played that 1 note, and then started the loop with the second note. Right? So here that is again. My looping mechanism on a effects unit is that it has all these cool effects. In the middle of the song, it goes really haunting. It's got some, and then, you know, I mean, I'm just using acoustic. I do not use effects too often when I'm playing, but for this song, it's a little haunting kind of thing, right? It feedbacks. It actually feeds back in the monitor a bit too. It's kind of cool. And then as the song goes on, you know, I turn that off, and then. So that's a good example of, you know, some timing things and some realization of tempo things before you start the song. And, you know, the starting and the stopping of that loop as you're playing along. All those little things are really important, but a little bit of practice, you can totally do this. And it just, for me, it makes the acoustic show a bit more. You know what I mean? Instead of just playing the basic chords, I'm actually getting to play some solos and stuff like that without a band. And it's cool. So keep practicing. If you found any of this information of value to you, please feel free to donate whatever you want. 50 cents, 25 cents, $1, $5, I don't care. At the bottom of the page is a PayPal donate button. Please feel free to press it and donate. At the very least, please share this with other musicians that you know, and maybe they can help them. Let's make acoustic acts a little bit more better for the guitar players out there, right?